Every year we watch the Grammys and we are frustrated by the nominees for the Best Metal Album of the Year, and we read Rolling Stone's list of best guitar players and best metal bands, and we're disappointed, and we watch who gets inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, or more importantly, who isn't being inducted, Iron Maiden, and we are disappointed. And the reason is because none of these institutions has real metalheads on staff making any of their decisions. But thank God for Nik Nocturnal, who is indeed a real metalhead. He is one of us. And so now we have an annual award show for only metal, decided on by us metalheads. So I'm doing my duty and I'm voting in 2024 in the Nik Nocturnal Awards. Join me and you can see exactly who I'm voting for. All right, here we are voting on the Nik Nocturnal Awards. So we'll start with the first category, of course, breakdown of the year. Now, for me, it really comes down to two different ones here. I really loved Bleed From Within because when this breakdown hits, there's an actual riff. It's not just zeros and ones. But overall, I'm going to pick Mirar just because of how strange, unorthodox, and completely unique this one is. Also, not just zeros and ones. Not da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. This one is crazy. We're going with Mirar. All right, I just did an episode on this, how I'm kind of over the animal noises, but we've got a couple of good ones here. I dug 1056 because of how unique it is. And also, I have to give a big shout out to Greystone Bach 22 because they did the chicken noise. And, you know, first of all, Nick, I see you plugging your own band in here. And also, as a chicken farmer, I, of course, have a soft spot for this one. But I'm going to vote for Worm Shepherd because of the predator noise. And then for Guitarist of the Year, I'm always going to have a hard time with this one. I mean, I've gone over how much I love Mirar. Of course, the legend Carl Sanders of Nile. There's so many great guitar players here. I mean, Manuel from Unprocessed is absolutely insane. Of course, I want to vote for my brother Herman Lee, but in this case, I'm going to give some love to a death metal band because there's not very many of them represented here. We're going to go with the triumphant return of the Black Dahlia murder and vote for Brandon Ellis, Guitarist of the Year. Now, Drummer of the Year is also always an excruciating choice. There's so many here. You know, I want to vote for Buster anytime I've seen him. Throne, Humanity's Last Breath, Wildharte. You're talking about three of my favorite new bands. But you know I'm going to vote for Mario from Gojira. I mean, come on. It's me we're talking about here. Then again, for Vocalist of the Year, I'm always going to have a hard time here. I got to admit to y'all, I am thrilled with the things that Poppy has been doing lately. Not only her guest appearances with Bad Omens and Knocked Loose, but her own solo stuff has been kind of crazy too. We will definitely get into some of that. Of course, Courtney is awesome. You know, I want to vote for Floor. I'm not really a Nightwish fan, but just to see some OG metal in the list is awesome. You know, but I'm going to go with my girl Cheney because we're going to keep it death metal anytime that we can. I think Cheney has really broken out as a vocalist this year. really shown different sides of her that she hasn't shown before, plus, of course, the growls that we know she does best. All right, Bassist of the Year. This might be the only award show in all of music that gives an award to the bassist, much less than metal, so I'm thrilled with this one. You know I want to vote for my boy Martin Mendez of Opeth. I'm an Opeth fanboy, so I'm really want to just click this one because I want to vote for Opeth any chance I get. However, the bass work on this year's Job for a Cowboy album from Nik is just too crazy not to vote for, so we're going to vote for that one, and of course, keep it death metal. Now, this one's easy. This one's not even a decision for me. Most fun metal thing, and there's some fun stuff in here. Cheney on Kai's Stream, that was fun. Slipknot on Hot Ones, that was fun. But I mean, give me a break, y'all. Nothing. All of these pale in comparison to Gojira at the Olympics. Let's put that one on there for sure. Now, for Angriest Song of the Year, I am going to go with Paleface Swiss Hatred, because all these other songs on this list, they pretty much just sound like hardcore to me, which is, well, not Spirit Box, but the rest of them, they just sound like hardcore to me, which is always angry, and I love it. But Paleface Swiss with the Slipknot sound sounds extra angry to me and really stands out from the rest of the pack. So I'm going to go with Paleface Swiss. Now, the feels are real. I reviewed the While She Sleeps album, and while I was reviewing that, I watched the To the Flowers music video, and I gotta tell you, if you watch the music video for this song and you don't feel something, you might be dead inside. And then here we have Best Metalhead to Follow, and your boy John Barbas is not on the list. And I would say, all of these pretty much deserve it more than me. However, let me scroll down. Look at these lists. Some of these lists are awfully big. Like, look at Song of the Year. That's a long list. Look at Album of the Year. Super long list. So Nik is obviously not, limited on the amount of people that he can nominate. But we're going to go with my boy, Jose Mangan. I love Jose Mangan. I also love a lot of these other ones, like Craig Reynolds for sure, but we're going to vote for Jose. And then once again, HeavyMetalPhilosophy, John Barbas, not on the best metal content creator list. What can I say? Got to just keep growing, I suppose. But with that said, I got to vote for one of these. I love Burnt. I love Tank the Tech. I really love 6'6 Samus. He's really hilarious. Drumeo has been quite instructive, but I'm going to go with my boy Tank the Tech. He is going to give you insights into the industry that you can't get from anywhere else. And then for Best Metal News Source, I'm going to vote for Rockfeed. I use Metal Injection a lot for my sources. Lambgoat sometimes, Metal Sucks not so much, Loudwire sometimes. I dig State of the Scene, but I have a special place that I have feelings for Rockfeed because he's a fellow YouTuber, just started out just like me, one man, and grew the thing. You can tell that he's a fan and he's not jaded yet like some of these other journalists. So we're going to go with Rockfeed. Now, Music Video of the Year. This was an easy choice for me, even though, Ice Nine Kills always has great videos. How could I not vote for Devin Townsend? Of course, Baby Metal is always a fun time. However, I'm going to go with Shokron Emotep because you have to watch this video. Strong 360 Xbox era, PS2 era video game vibes, like playing, Guitar Hero back in the day. But it's not just the nostalgia. You need to watch this video because it is overflowing with metalhead Easter eggs. So definitely, after this video is over, search for Shokron Emotep and watch this video. See if you can catch Nik Nocturnal in this one. I wonder if maybe that might have influenced him to nominate this one. I see you, Nik. All right, now let's move on to the best call out of the year. I love this category. This is one of those fun categories that you're not going to get on any other award show. I really loved the Knock Loose call out on Blinding Faith because it was 3 different vocalists doing the call out. That's something that other bands don't do. Usually it's just the lead singer with a quick little whatever bleh or say something, and then the breakdown starts. But this song, you get one member of the band screaming one way, another member of the band doing a completely different kind of scream, and then Brian does his Mickey Mouse scream. It's a 3-person call out. Absolutely love that. And then I love the Alpha Wolf call out because it's done by the OG himself, Ice-T. However, this call out from Body Snatcher, Murder 8 featuring Jamie Josta, this thing is so powerful. I also reviewed this album, and when I heard this for the first time, it sent chills not down my spine, but through my whole body. It felt like all the blood left my body when he said, "Fentanyl made me an only child." Fentanyl made me an only child. I was aghast. It was a gut punch. So that's definitely call out of the year, maybe even call out of the decade from Body Snatcher. And I gotta tell you, after that, the best blah, just it kind of loses its power when you gotta follow Fentanyl turned me into an only child. I mean, blah seems so pedestrian after that. And I gotta tell you, most of these blahs sound exactly the same to me. Every one of these people is just going blah. There's 2 that sound different. Poppy's is a pretty standard blah, but just she does such a good job on hers. I kind of want to vote for Poppy. Like I said, I'm really digging what she's been doing this year, but I'm going to vote for Dexcore for the simple fact that his blah is a very long and pronounced blah, which makes it stand out a little bit from the pack here. Now, Breakthrough Band of the Year. I really want to vote for Guitarist since they're the only black metal band that's been nominated here. But I am just so blown away with Disembodied Tyrant. And I do believe that Guitarist is reaching a new level this year. But to me, they really broke out last year. And this year is just a continuation of that. They are climbing the mountain, but I believe that Disembodied Tyrant is a real, true breakthrough. It's like all of a sudden I'm hearing their name called out of nowhere all the time, all up in my comments. We're going to go with Disembodied Tyrant. Now, Label of the Year is a tough one for me because I don't really pay attention to what label these bands are on. It doesn't really affect my enjoyment whatsoever. So I'm just going to pick the label that was the nicest to me this year. Always getting stuff from Metal Blade. Shout out to Steve. Shout out to Dave and Liz. So shout out Metal Blade. You know, maybe if Seasons of Mist was on this, I would vote for them because they were also super nice to me. I'm always have a good time with Spine Farm and Sharp Tone as well, but I got a relationship with Metal Blade and Seasons of Mist, so we're going to go with Metal Blade here, the OGs, and then let's do Collab of the Year. Now, I want to vote for Mastodon and Lamb of God so bad because this feels like OG metal to me. You know, this is a meeting of the Titans. But as far as impact is concerned, I have to go with Knocked Loose and Poppy. I mean, they just were on the Jimmy Kimmel show, really bringing hardcore to the masses. So we're going to go with Knocked Loose and Poppy. All right, and for Song of the Year, at first, as I was scrolling through this list, I thought this was going to be a really tough decision. I mean, look at some of these songs. There's so many here. A lot of them are really great. And then I saw Gojira and I was like, oh, never mind. Easy decision. Now, normally on a year where we get a new Opeth record, that's going to be an automatic win for me. But Gojira at the Olympics was just so monumental. When they make documentaries about metal in the future, this one is going to be in that documentary. This is a landmark event in metal, so we have to pick Gojira. Now, EP of the year was also a difficult choice. I mean, Disembodied Tyrant, Entheos, y'all know I love Entheos, I love Body Snatcher, but we got to go with Marar Mare. Y'all ain't heard anything like this. Unless you listen to bands like Humanity's Last Breath and Vildharta, you ain't heard nothing like Marar. All right, the last category, and this is the big one, Album of the Year. And once again, Nick has given us a giant list of nominees because y'all have been with me for 2024. Y'all have seen how many amazing records there's been this year. And I mean, there's a lot to pick from here. We've got hardcore, we've got power metal, we've got symphonic metal, we've got that electronic, cyberpunk sort of metal. We got old school deathcore. Everything's here. Alternative metal. And, this is a really hard decision. Never mind. There's Blood Incantation. Not a hard decision at all. Any other year, I said it before, where Opeth has a new album, they would normally be the immediate pick for me, but Christ on Crutches, the new Blood Incantation, is such a mind-blowing record. We got to go with that. I doubt this one gets very many votes from Nick's audience, but we're going to vote for it. And I encourage you to head on over to Nik Nocturnal's Twitch stream, Twitch channel. Here we go, http twitch.tv.nicknocturnal, so that you can join in on the festivities. It's going to go down on December the 6th at 5 p.m. Eastern. He's going to give away $15,000 worth of stuff. But more important than that, we've got to celebrate metal. Look at all these bands. And I especially love this category here, most fun metal thing. This is not... Bands don't get awards for doing awesome things. They only normally get awards for albums. So I love this category here. We need to encourage bands to do more awesome and innovative things. But there you have it. There are my votes for the 2024 Nik Nocturnal Awards. Let's hit that submit button. And there we go. We have voted. Make sure you tune in December the 6th. I'll probably be streaming along with it. We'll see. Go to my social media and I'll make any pertinent announcements about when, where, and how. But there we go. The Nik Nocturnal Awards 2024. And there you have it. There's my votes. Who'd you vote for? Let me know in the comments and we'll end this thing with the riff of the week. Y'all join me as I watch along for the Nik Nocturnal Awards 2024. You keep your fingers crossed that I win some of those prizes, or maybe you'll win some of the prizes. So make sure you're watching too. Thank you so much. But most importantly, read philosophy, listen to metal. I love you.